Welcome to the Nifty Chicks. In this episode, we'll chat with the amazing Gina Noriega, who is personally, one by one, walking each holder of her NFTs Everyday Sheroe through the mint process. She's going above and beyond anything I've ever seen to help people kick off their NFT journeys and mint their first NFTs. Let's do this. Welcome to the Nifty Chicks. Hi, Minty Cell. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Jenna T?
I am very good. I closed on the house, very exciting, and already have done some walkthroughs and some planning of all of our renovations. It is very exciting.
And before we know it, you're going to have a wall of women behind you as well.
I know. I am in the collecting stage so that I can have a wall quite as extensive as yours. It's going to take a minute.
And you just told me you picked up something.
That's right. I am the newest member of the Crypto Chicks community. Very excited.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is my crypto chick that she's my forever girl. I love her. And then I think this is her alter ego. She's the bad girl smoking cigarettes.
I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I'm very excited. Mine's beautiful. It's got like blonde buns. She's gorgeous. I can't wait to have her behind me too.
Yeah, I love her. So speaking of cool NFT projects, it was so great talking with Gina. Like, I really love what she's doing, and I think it's much needed in the space.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine walking every one of your NFT holders through personally, like on a personal Zoom or phone call, the step-by-step instructions on how to set up a MetaMask, how to mint the NFT, how to navigate OpenSea. I mean,
she's spending hours talking and helping people get set up and started.
Yeah, she's basically doing what we are doing on a personalized, individual, one-on-one basis. It's
crazy.
Awesome.
I love it.
I mean, that is dedication to our mission of bringing people into the space. And man, she's going to make a difference. She is making a difference. It's so exciting. So I'd say let's go ahead and do this, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Welcome to the Nifty Chicks. We are so excited to have Gina Noriega, also known as Gina, who is the former head of digital for the #1 beauty and cosmetics brand on television and e-commerce, and is an award-winning digital strategist. My gosh, I can't even say that word. And a lifelong believer and supporter of women and equality projects, who is the also founder of Everyday Sheroe. So welcome, Gina. Very nice to have you.
I am so excited to be here. You know, I'm fangirling over the both of you. I have loved this show since it launched. Yes, thank you.
Good.
Thank you. So, Gina, I had the opportunity of chatting with you probably now a couple weeks ago. It feels like it was yesterday, but a couple weeks ago. And you shared with me kind of your journey into the NFT space. I want you to share it with the world. So talk to me about like your background and really how you got into NFTs.
Well, so as of 2 weeks ago, I'm no longer heading the digital for the largest brand on cosmetics and beauty and just diving into NFTs. I've been basically observing NFTs, I've been in the background for about 8 months. And so about 8 weeks ago, I said, hey, I'm going to jump in now. And basically, one of the reasons why I got into NFTs was because I miss a huge crypto opportunity in 2017. I had the opportunity to meet with this Bitcoin hedge fund in 2017, and they wanted to work, and I flew out and met them. And in 24 hours, I loved them. They were the top power brokers and hedge fund people in New York, but I couldn't understand what a Bitcoin hedge fund was. And so looking back now and processing, I thought to myself, had they basically gave it to me in a more digestible way, like more about blockchain than Bitcoin investments, I probably would have jumped in. And so now that hedge fund is a leading hedge fund in the space, and I'm on the sidelines going, okay, I need to find a way to get back in. And so Last summer, I saw BAYC, Board Ape Yacht Club, and I started seeing, oh my goodness, male dominated. There needs to be women in here, especially Gen X women, minority women, because we're a different breed. We're Web 2, Web 1, all combined. And so I said, okay, I got to find a way. And for about 8 months, while I was also working, this was my side hustle, I would build the project on the side and just study the behavior and the market and basically get to know people in the community. And so that's kind of where I am right now, 8 weeks into the Twitterverse, and I'm not going to let this opportunity pass again. I'm in
Good
it
for
to win
you.
now.
I love that. And I heard you say that 2 weeks ago you're no longer the head of digital. So that means that you've gone now full-time NFTs.
I am full
That
time
is
all in.
that is a big leap. That is something that Aaron
Congrats.
is going to be making very soon. I hope to at some point. So congratulations. That's huge. That's so exciting.
Thank you. It's a big move. I have been blessed with an amazing Web 2 career, but I know that this is the future. And I said, okay, I'm going to put a little cushion everywhere to figure out how to do this. Obviously, Jen, you know this. I am me, myself, and I. And transitioning and having a mission and vision of transitioning and empowering Web 2 men and women into the space of Web 3 is a very big, big goal and mission and vision.
It is. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. So, I hear you say what really drove you to expand your horizons was the missed opportunity back in 2017. Is it safe to say, based off what you shared, that it was almost like a lack of education that really opened the door for you to like actually understand it and then partner with them or invest in them in some way? So do you feel like the biggest factor there was like a lack of knowledge or education?
That's exactly what's wrong with the entire Web3 space right now. Productification is one of my core values in everything that I do in digital marketing. One of the reasons why this is like a really special moment for me is because your brand is actually a great example of productification. There was not enough in 2017, and there certainly isn't now. Entering into the space as an observer, I felt very comfortable to sit back. I had artists, designers, someone doing the algorithm, someone helping me build a website, social media, the whole 9 yards, just here and there. But I just kept saying, you know what? There needs to be education. And that's really what is lacking. There is not a source of truth. And that's the barrier of entry for both women and men, not just women. Just
Right.
one credible source of truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
That's
and
something that.
I think in the space in general, when you get into the space, it's so there's so many like the technical aspects, and it's like we say it all the time, like it's like learning a new language when you get into the crypto space. And unless you have somebody that can like really break it down for you and explain it like you're a kid, then it's if you get into it and you don't have somebody that can do that for you, then you're likely to be like, it's too much. I can't even, and I'm out. Right.
Oh, no, that is spot on. And I believe because of my own challenges, here I am. I run big marketing campaigns, run a big digital department. I come on and I'm like, why can't I attach the MetaMask to this Coinbase wallet? Like just little, and
Right.
I'm digitally native. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going to happen to 95% of America or 95% non-crypto people? They're not going to get it. Barrier of entry is absolutely productification. There's just not enough. And I was hunting down articles. I was looking at YouTube videos. To solve one problem took 15 videos, and I was just cycling through hours. And that's when I said to myself, my mission and vision is to break this down for all of Web 2, or at least the people that are interested in doing side hustles or expanding their career growth in Web 3.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Just like Aaron was saying, it is so daunting and it's so easy to just disconnect because it's so overwhelming. And it is like learning a whole new language. And that's one of the things that I found so incredibly refreshing and almost like baffling to me when it comes to everyday Sheroe. So I joined the community fairly early on, like several weeks ago, and I minted my everyday Sheroe, and you walked me through like the whole process. You sent me an email. It felt very personal. You sent me an email and just say, hey, there's a fake OpenSea account. Just want to let you know, make sure everything you've done to bring me into the community has been so hands-on. Talk to me about like why and how you think you can scale something like that, and like why you're going that to that level for people.
So I am what you call a blue ocean strategist. And basically, I don't go where the red ocean is. Okay. So PFP projects are stealth. They don't want to tell anybody what they're doing. I am overly transparent to the point of detail. Hi, folks. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. That the community is like, oh my God, I don't care how long it takes you. I know everything that's happening. So I go against the tide. Another way, everybody's just throwing their projects out there without thinking through every single step. Okay. I decided I was going to go ahead and curate the first 50 Sheroes, the first 50 members. And it meant if you had problems with your wallet, if you had problems with converting, I have been on the phone and on Zoom till probably 2 in the morning the last 2 weeks. And we're at about 20, 30% minted, which that's okay. And guess what? My community is okay with it because I've explained and managed your expectations and said, I am going to give you client concierge service. And this is going to translate to the kind of training and executive coaching and the kind of people you're going to meet in my network, because that's what I want to do. I want to expand. So yes, it's a little daunting when you're going through 10,000 PFPs going, I need to get that woman for Gina NFT. So it is special and amazing, but it's been worth it. I love doing it. And I believe that if you come from a place of serving, that you're going to win. You have to serve your community.
I love
Agreed.
that. Yeah. And so everyday Sheroe, one of the way that you bring people into the space who've probably, I think you shared with me that a majority of your community has never minted an NFT before. So this is their very first NFT. So you're getting a lot of, like you say, Web2 people entering NFT space and choosing everyday Sheroe as their first project. I remember my first project, that experience was nothing like what you're giving the experience to people who're stepping in now. So like kudos to you. I would have loved if everyday Sheroe were my first one. Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing. But so how do you expect, like, let's just say people catch on to how beautiful your artwork is and the mission behind it and everything that you have to offer, and says like, oh my gosh, everyone, this is the next women-led project that needs to be in the top 5, and it skyrockets. How are you going to help your whole community then?
I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm already 30 days ahead of bringing on like the community manager, the Discord expert, the COOs coming on board today. So yes, I'm going to have more help. It is not sustainable to be able to say I'm going to do everything by myself, but I'm pretty focused. I have a very detailed roadmap and a white paper. And just coming from the Web2 corporate arena, I am very into making everything strategic and executing. That's really my superpower. Execute on what I have promised.
Got it. So tell us about everyday Sheroe. Just like the overall, we have the art on the screen. They're beautiful. The colors are stunning.
I
But
love them.
talk to us about like what I know a lot about the project, but for those that perhaps don't know about the project, talk to us about like really what the mission is and what the art looks like and things like that.
Okay, so Everyday Sheroe was inspired by my 78-year-old mother, who was a forensic scientist who came to California. She was an immigrant, and she basically worked at this research lab and was surrounded by these incredible STEM women. And so she worked her way up to manage the lab. And at the same time, she built this amazing network of nurses and doctors and STEM women. And I just love my mother, 78 years old. She has been my inspiration in everything that I do. And I wanted everything to be with the art based thematically on the heart. So you're going to see a lot of heart themed
Yeah.
cardigans, heart themed backgrounds. I even did the cheeks with little hearts on them. And
Oh,
basically
yeah.
now I'm seeing that out in the NFT space. I'm like, okay, that's all right. So lots of heart theme and what makes it special, because what I wanted to do was honor our unsung Sheroes in the United States. I made these heart-shaped badges, everything's hand drawn. And so the badges basically symbolize there's pearls and carnations on them. So they symbolize kindness, wisdom, knowledge. And inside, there's initials of the US states. So from Alabama to Wyoming, I've got you covered. And so what I'm hoping is that collectors and members, they collect duos, a doctor and nurse. I already have members that are doing the full set of Sheroes, 10 Sheroes. Another duo set is casual mom and dressy mom. And yeah, so really, I would say the third day I was in Twitter Spaces, I already had 3 investors come out. They wanted to buy out the whole state of California, Texas, and New York.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know.
and I said no.
That's right. And why did you say no?
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I go ahead and execute on the roadmap of onboarding the first 50 Shiro members. So I understood all their challenges because I had tons of challenges, but now they have tons of challenges that were different from when I was doing all the testing the last 90 days. And so, yes, I'm going to be able to execute, and I have, against all the roadmap because I'm used to, in my role in Web2, to delivering against performance metrics. Very, very important to me.
Yeah. They're
So
beautiful.
where are we at in the roadmap currently? Are we still in phase 1?
Yeah, we're definitely still in phase 1. I'll have all the 50 Sheroes, most of the wallets and issues that we've been having. Everything will be probably done, hopefully, in the next 2 weeks. So we'll be done.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I have my Sheroe is right there on that banner, that front page banner. It's the woman, the cop. Yep. Dark
This one?
skin,
Yes.
blonde hair, Connecticut, repping my home state of Connecticut.
Love it.
She's absolutely beautiful, and I love the fact that she's part of my collection. This is great. I absolutely love them.
I'm so
Beautiful.
happy. She's
Yeah.
so aspirational in every way. I try to get the blonde hair long, but I couldn't find one for you.
I love it. No, she's perfect. She's perfect. And, and I think, I can't speak for everyone, but for me, you had personally reached out to me and said, who's your Shero? And like, if you had to choose a doctor, a farmer, a scientist, a teacher, a mom, like who resonates with you? And it's hard to pick because, all of them are so incredible in their own ways. And but for me, I have police officers in my family. The police force is just close to my heart. And for me, I was like, oh, I have to go with a policewoman because I have friends who are policewomen and just making a difference and protecting communities. I just think that they're amazing people. And so I had to go with that one. And of course, Connecticut. But all of these are just beautiful, and the stories behind them are beautiful. And I feel like everyone, even if we don't have a doctor in our family or a policewoman in our family or a teacher in our family, everyone has been impacted by someone in those fields. So it's really cool that you've brought it all together. And like I said, I've already repeated to myself numerous times, but I honestly cannot believe how personalized you're making the experience for every one of your buyers and investors and community members, because it's been, truly, truly impressive.
Thank you so much. I know.
So, Gina, I would love to hear, like, take me through the process of how it actually works. Because Jenna, you've been through it with her. but our listeners haven't. So I would love to hear like exactly from start to finish how you go about minting with you.
Well, so once you're on the allow it list, I usually contact you on email. And a lot of creators and projects aren't using that, and it's very personal. People, I have found, answer their emails. Okay. And so I usually say, hey, you made the allow list, your friends and family. Would you like to meet? Would you like me to help you set up your wallet? Would you like to watch these videos? And depending on if they say, hey, I don't know what to do, or yes, I do know how to do everything, just send me the videos, I will get on a
What wallet are you, what are you using?
Coinbase,
Okay.
because yeah, very strategic also, because some of the other wallets are not allowed in some of the states that my members are in. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Like Texas, there's a lot of wallets you can't use here. And so I would say I can schedule a Zoom with you, or I can send you some videos. Well, productcation, some of the videos, people were not, and members were like, I don't trust the video. I don't like the person, the way they're doing it. And so I already knew this. And I said, okay, that's already on the way. We're going to go ahead and get those done. But until then, let me get on a Zoom with you. And I literally would just get on a Zoom. And if it took 1 hour or 4 hours, we would go ahead and get them KYC'd, get the MetaMask attached. And then I would show them, I trust me with your wallet address, and I'm going to do a private reserve listing with you and show them how OpenSea works. And so everything from doing the Coinbase wallet to the conversions to I have been on almost all but one. Jen knows how to go ahead and do a private listing, but yeah, except for two, I have been online when every Sheroe has been purchased.
Which that is amazing.
I know.
And
Can you imagine?
no, I honestly can't.
We're talking 11 at night, 12 at night. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I think about like from when I first started to where I'm at now. And even like Jen FT and I have tried doing things where we're like, I feel like we're fairly experienced, and there's still like we run into issues with things. And I can't imagine back in the beginning having someone hold my hand through, setting some of these things up, because honestly, like some of them are easier than others, right? Like some of them you're like, oh, okay, it's all about user experience, right? It's all about if you get caught up somewhere in that process where you're like, I don't know how to get past this step, then you typically are like, I'm out of here. This is too much. I don't want to deal with this. I'm done. And then you may or may not ever come back to crypto, NFTs, blockchain, whatever it is, because you're like, it's too much. It's too hard. I can't figure it out. So with you walking people through step by step, holding their hand, that's a game changer for a lot of people, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It is. And because I've been documenting the process, I've got a video person now that's doing all the content the way I want it, instead of, I mean, I love YouTube and everything, but I have to watch 15 to 30 videos to solve one problem that may or may not be resolved.
So true.
Yeah. And this is that I have just a like little pet peeve here. And that is, I hate it when you go to find something on YouTube. And I mean, I'm always looking for like the shortest, quickest, easiest way for me to get the answer that I want. And when I have to watch a 15-minute video just to get like, the 2 minutes or 30 seconds that I needed to figure out my answer to my problem. And so, yeah, I 100% get you. And like Jen FT and I have been trying to do that in our videos, where it's like, if we're going through something, I want to make it as quick and easy and understandable in layman's terms so that you can understand and you don't have to watch this whole thing, to get a quick answer.
I agree. Productcation, again, the YouTube videos, I was so frustrated, like just what you said, 15 minutes to find an answer and then not get an answer, or going on a MetaMask or Coinbase chat and you're like, okay, they just gave me a knowledge base article, which is going to take me 20 minutes to read, or
Mhm.
then they send me a random video that has nothing to do with anything. And then I
Right.
tell them in the chat, how long have you been here? And they would say, I've been here only a month or 3 days or a year, and I still can't figure out. I literally have a chat where the MetaMask person is, it took me a year to figure it out. Okay, well, we don't have a year. Like,
Right. Yeah.
so I actually have a videographer that is making very short, we're talking 2-minute content where it's showing the screen and it's just narrated simply. And I
Okay.
hope to have that like in the next 2 weeks. But for me, I knew that there was a market for productcation when I saw all these challenges that I had. And now 90 days later, because I was doing a test run of what it was like, 90 days later, onboarding all the new members, oh my goodness, it's even faster and harder than ever.
Yeah. I I mean, I hope that our listeners, because I our goal is to bring more women into the Web3 and into the NFT space. And there's a lot of listeners that are brand new to the space
Mhm.
and really just trying to soak it in. They're in the sponge mode, which I still feel like I am after a year. And so I hope that, like, if there's anything I can stress to the listeners is if there's a community where you want to feel 100% welcomed, no matter how new you are, you could be on day one of your NFT journey. Join the NFT Sheroe community because you are not like every question. There's not a single dumb question. Every single question is answered. It is a community of incredible, welcoming, like beautiful people. Like I cannot stress enough that like this community that you're building is really special and unlike something I've experienced in the NFT space so far. So for all of our new listeners, please do join them because I think you will feel welcomed and you will get all of your answers to any questions that you have. So very
Thank
exciting.
you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And the women and men that we're bringing into the community, their backgrounds are incredible. I mean, they are leading in Web 2 and they want to come into Web 3. I've been blessed to have such an incredible network of role models and women and men who have, again, led large companies, have worked for Facebook, Google, Indeed. The people that are going to be speaking on the Sheroe platform, they are the top of their field. Okay. And I also have women that were in the corporate world that were moms that are going to share like how they balance. And I mean, just incredible. I am very, very excited about all the speakers that we're going to be bringing to the new members.
Awesome.
Very
I love
exciting.
that. And I did on the screen here, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can see Everyday Sheroe. It's everyday SHEROE.com. But I believe you're changing that soon and it's going to be everydayshero.io.
Yes, we're
Okay,
on the way to do that, definitely.
cool. So is that the best way to connect is on the website and then go get into the Discord?
Yes, Discord and also DMs.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Perfect.
Awesome. Was there anything else you want to be sure to share with the audience?
Oh gosh, I feel so blessed and honored to be here. I'm fangirling over the both of you. Again,
Oh,
your content is the kind of content that I also want to produce. It is just incredible and it helps everybody. I learned the Brave Wallet. I was so excited because I said, okay, maybe this MetaMask thing isn't working out. Let's figure out so that was huge, huge.
yeah.
Aw, this is
Awesome.
exciting. Well, thank you so much, Gina, for joining us on the Nifty Checks. We so appreciate your time and we love what you're doing. I cannot wait to watch this project, grow and take off. It's so exciting. I'm going to have to get me my next one. Are you making any other Connecticut ones? Not that I
I
can.
I can go and get anything for you.
Ah,
Just let me know.
I might I mean my future home once we leave Puerto Rico will probably be Florida. We'll split our time between Florida and Puerto Rico. So I see a Florida firefighter here. I might need to scoop her up, but super
Okay.
exciting. I can't express how much I love what you're doing and I'm so appreciative of the way you're bringing people into this space. It's awesome. And we're on the same mission. And
yep, I agree. I think it's awesome what you're doing. And I absolutely just applaud you for the, like, making it easy for people to get into and, holding their hand along the way.
We've got to make it a safe place for everybody. Right. And I think that no question is going to be left unanswered by the time I'm through. I am highly detailed, and Jen and Minty, you know this because you're in my Discord every day. There's an update, and I'll get DMs on the side of members going, boy, I was thinking the same thing. I'm so glad you took care of it. So
right. Well, and that's just it. A lot of times people, it's like they're afraid to ask the questions because they think they're going to look dumb, but there is no stupid question in this space, because there just can't be, because it's so new. It's like, you have to start somewhere. And like, I'm always like, never be afraid to ask that question, because if you're thinking it, somebody else is probably thinking it and they're afraid to ask. So
absolutely. Well, thank you so much, ladies. This was an honor, and I'm so excited about this going live. Let me know.
Oh yeah, we definitely will. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
Thank you,
guys. Okay.
All right. Talk about amazing. She is just, like I said, going above and beyond. She's incredible.
Agreed. And I am so excited for what she has coming. She may have told us a few things after the fact that are kind of not exactly happened yet, but hopefully we'll be able to announce some cool stuff that she's doing kind of behind the scenes. And I know we talk about it. I feel like we talk about it all the time, but we're so excited about NFT NYC, and we were encouraging her to join us there. So really hoping that happens. And for all of you guys that are listening, I know we've said it multiple times, but if you're coming to NFT NYC, make sure to let us know. Either, send us a message on Twitter or Instagram, or shoot us an email. You can email us at chat@theniftychicks.io. And we would love to make sure we meet everybody who's going to be there at NFT NYC. And I know we've mentioned it, that we're speaking there as soon as, we don't know when or what day or anything, but as soon as we know that, of course, we'll share it with you. And hopefully everybody's going to be there. We'll be able to come see us live and in person on the stage. Support us, come give us some claps.
Yes, that would be amazing. We want to see everyone there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, as always, thank you so much for listening to the Nifty Chicks. Always remember, invest in yourself. You are worth it. Please listen carefully to the following disclaimer. Neither the host nor the guests of the Nifty Chicks podcast are acting in the capacity of financial advisors. We wish to remain transparent and impartial to the NFT community at all times, and therefore, the content provided by the Nifty Chicks hosts and guests are intended for general information purposes only. Nothing written or discussed by the Nifty Chicks hosts and guests should be construed or relied upon as investment, financial, legal, regulatory, accounting, tax, or similar advice. Nothing should be interpreted as a solicitation to invest in any cryptocurrency or NFT, and nothing herein should be construed as a recommendation to engage in any investment strategy or transaction. Please be advised that it is in your own best interest to consult with investment, legal, tax, or similar professionals regarding any specific situation and any prospective transaction decisions. You must do your own research when considering investing in cryptocurrencies or NFTs. We are simply sharing our journey with you as we learn more about the world of NFTs. Happy minting.